welcome to Reviews with Love Christmas edition. So let's get right into the Lifetime movie, The Enchanted Christmas Cake. So this one's got Erica Durance playing Gwen, who is now the owner of a bakery that her and her grandmother used to work in. And it's also got Robin Dunn playing Gavin, who is a producer of a TV show, a chef really, as a TV show, and he's got a daughter as well. I think her name's Michelle. Alright, so let's get into this one. So Gwen, since her grandmother passed away recently, she's been having a difficult time running the bakery, especially figuring out what the secret ingredient is in the famous Enchanted Christmas cake. The town absolutely loves it, and it was their specialty, the signature dessert. So the chef, a popular chef, is planning on shooting in the town, and especially would like to get Gwen on his show. She's not really into that. The producer comes and talks to her, which is Gavin, and says, hey, this could really work for you. And she's like, well, no, my grandmother was really big on keeping the secret of her recipe, and I'm trying to uphold her legacy and continue that on. Even though she couldn't really actually figure out what the secret ingredient was, she wasn't sure. She's been trying to get that together because she had promised this play. I think they're doing like a Romeo and Juliet play of some sort of a story out there of her grandmother and her grandfather's love story, something like that, and they need the cake to complete the whole thing, but she has yet to figure out what that secret ingredient is that puts it all together. So in the time being, she decides to help Gavin around the town to sort of like look and prepare for the show, and in the process they're liking each other, they're spending all this time together, and they seem really fond of each other. So really that's about the premise of her trying to figure out what the secret recipe is and whether or not she's going to be on that show. Of course, other things don't go as planned when she does decide to be on the show, but you can watch that for yourselves. Yeah, so that's the main premise. This one, it wasn't bad or anything. It was good. It was an easy watch, but she somewhat annoyed me at times when their blow up happened. I felt like she could have given him a bit more, a better chance of explaining, like, or at least ask him, like, how could you do this? And if he says, I would never do that, I didn't do that, and whatever happens, she just sort of like, no, I'm done, and da-da-da-da-da, like, just abruptly, I don't know how to explain, but pretty much, I just felt like she could have been a little bit more understanding. And I do understand when someone is telling you they know something and they learned it from someone you're close to. Well, I guess in my head, I'm thinking, well, I'm only just getting to know this person, so I can't be like, it's not really someone I'm close to in that sense. But, I mean, I suppose in her eyes, she was getting close to him, and he knew something no one else did as far as the secret goes. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it was just, and then Gavin kept somewhat blaming himself, like, I'm sorry I put you in this circumstance. I mean, I suppose in asking her to be on the show, but really, he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't say the secret. He didn't do anything wrong. So it's not really his fault. And so he shouldn't be taking the blame for that. He didn't do anything wrong. But that's my opinion. Other than that, I mean, it's an easy watch as mentioned, but she did somewhat annoy me a bit. So it's not my favorite one, but it did make me want the cake once again. I was like, oh, I really want to try that cake. I mean, I'm not sure all the ingredients and everything, but if it's nice and moist and and doesn't fall apart when you stick a fork in it or a spoon in it or whatever you use, I really want to try that cake. So, I don't know. That was really my only interest. It was still a good movie, but that was a big interest of mine, was the cake. But do check that out for yourselves. It's called the Enchanted Christmas Cake on Lifetime. Thank you for listening. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video, watch the other videos. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Thank you again for listening. God bless. Later.